Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. Coming to you today from our office. How do you like this shirt here? This is pretty appropriate, isn't it? I did a podcast for some people before. Let me see if I can get you to see the back. So they hooked me up. And so I thought I'd wear it for everybody today. I thought I was out there doing stuff for Mr. and Mrs. Keller over here. Just got back in actually from doing their walkthrough for them. So how you doing, John? Hopefully Janice is with you. It looks like yeah. Thanks. So, like I said, I just got done with your walkthrough, and so we have to process that tomorrow. So that'll be like one of the first things Antonio works on for us tomorrow is your walkthrough. Okay, so trying to get situated in this chair here, or this desk. All right, everybody can hear me pretty good? Sorry about last week. It was just some growing pains, I think we can kind of call that. So, anyways, I really appreciate everybody coming back this week. And let's see, how many people we have? 15 right now. So I was wondering if we would like to do a little survey and see what people are interested in this, because I know Skip Smith does his porch sitting every Wednesday. So, and I know I cut everything down for Homes Around the Villages to once a month, and I'm just wondering if that's enough. Or should we do it twice a month? Should we do it every week? So why don't y'all give me some feedback as to what you think you would like me to do, and provide, information. I don't know if we need to go weekly or whatever, but it's all up to you guys. It's all up to you. So you just let me know what you think you would like to see, and then we can kind of provide accordingly. All right. So let's see. What do we want to talk about? Have some new listings coming up. A lot of those are outside the villages, though. For right now. John likes my shirt. Thank you very much. I kind of like it. Scott says twice a month looks pretty good. What we got here?
A question from Facebook.
Oh, really? So Kayla says, here is my question for your show. How are home values holding up in and around the villages and Stonecrest? And oh, that's my girl Michaela. It seems that homes are being put on the market with inflated prices and then are being lowered or sold for less. Is this true? Just wondering. That is a fantastic question, because I've been trying to get around to doing a video about that actually. So, and here's what I have found. So as far as prices go, this is the one thing that drives me crazy. Is when I go on a listing appointment, I'm usually up against 2 or 3 other people, and I'm not going to give an inflated price of somebody's home. I'm actually going to give you or whoever an honest opinion to your home, what you need to do to make your home more marketable, some of the faults that your home might have, and some of the challenges we might have. I find a lot of people are put off by that. And I find that I don't get a lot of listings. So it's like, do I change the way I do things? Do I kind of not mention, really some of the things that, some of the faults that you might have with your home or whatever. And I also find that a lot of agents will tell people their home is worth more than it really is, only with the thought in mind they're going to just get them to reduce the price. Because look, what happens when somebody has listed their home and they're getting absolutely no showings? It's way overpriced. And so the only thing the listing agent has to go off of is saying, hey, it's the market. The market is going down, the market is dropping, so we have to lower the price of your home. The villages are famous for that. They are absolutely famous for overpricing homes, pre-owned homes, simply because it's a win-win for the villages if they overprice your home. Number one, they're getting the listing. They're saying, we're the only place to go. They inflate their sales. And that's why I was going to do a video on this, because there's a lot to what the villages does. So first of all listings that are listed with the villages are in-house listings. What does that mean? That means nobody else can sell their homes. So in the MLS world, when I list a home or somebody else lists a home, any other brokerage can, or agent from another brokerage can sell that property. They can bring a buyer and they can write a contract, and then when we close on that home, that agent gets counted for one sale. And if I have the listing, I get counted for one sale. So there's actually two sales for one home, the buyer's side and the seller's side. Well, the fact of the matter is the villages gets to both the buyer's side and the seller's side every single time because they're all in-house listings. So that's how they inflate, how much they say they sell, is because they times everything by two. And to me, it's kind of deceiving, because that's the fact of the matter is that's just the way it is for them. And then they have the new homes that they sell, and they don't let anybody else, they don't let anybody from the MLS sell any of their homes either. So they're counting every single home. Well, not the new ones. They count those for one because there is no selling agent other than the developer themselves. But all the pre-owned homes, they multiply by two. So it's totally, it's, in my opinion, it's a fraud in what they're trying to convey as to how much they sell. But getting back to Michaela's question, home values are holding up, like I said, but it looks like they're dropping because everybody is overinflating the prices just to get the listing. So if anybody's out there in the villages or elsewhere and is looking for somebody to list their home, I'm going to give you the straight scoop. I'm going to give you the straight price. Now, the one thing I do is I tell that seller, I'll say, look, here's what all the comparable homes and my CMA, my comparative market analysis, says. This is what your home is worth. If you want to list it for over that, I'm willing to list it because I don't want to lose it to somebody else who's going to come along and say, oh, your home is worth so much more when it really isn't. But I would rather just say, look, I'll put it on for whatever you want me to, and then we'll just go from there. But just remember the price that I told you. So that's kind of the way it works out there. But I told you it was a win-win for the villages because when they overprice a pre-owned home, it helps them sell their new homes. Makes their new homes look so much more, so much better as far as price goes, because you're getting a brand new home for less than what you can get a pre-owned home for. And a lot of people are scratching their head. They're saying, how's that? How come new homes aren't worth more? They're new. Well, the fact of the matter is they don't have crown molding in their homes like a lot of homes in the villages do. They don't have plantation shutters. They don't have all this landscaping, enhanced landscaping that people do to their homes. They don't have the painted driveways, the paver driveways. There's so many things that people put into their home when they move in that don't come with a new home. And that's why, not only that, but you get to pick where you want to live in the villages, right? When it's a pre-owned home, when it's a new home, you can only move where they're building new homes. And you have to deal with construction when you buy a new home. So they have to overcome all those hurdles somehow by underpricing their homes. And that's just historic. And even when I worked with them, it was like they would always undercut the pre-owned home market. And that would make a lot of pre-owned people mad, because that's basically holding the value, holding the price of their homes down. You could only go so much over, the price of a new home before, people just start saying, well, forget that, I'm just going to go. It's so much better of a price for a new home. I'll just go buy a new home. But that's the fact of that matter. So, Michaela, hopefully that answered your question. It seems like homes are being put in more with inflated prices. So, yes, they're inflated so they can get the listing. Yes, they're inflated so the villages can sell their new homes. And that's just kind of the way it is, unfortunately. And again, that's why I don't have many listings, because I tell it the way it is. And other people are being deceptive and saying somebody's home is worth more than what it really is. They won't even tell them, some of the faults that a home has. So there you go. Okay. All right, so I got Christian in the house today. Christian's in the house. I've got Joanna in the house. Does anybody want to meet Joanna? Joanna is one of our newer agents. She's not our newest agent. She's one of our newer agents. And she's been working real hard. Who you been showing around?
To Connie and Bruce.
Connie and Bruce. So why don't you come on in here and meet Joanna. She's waiting off stage here. So there she is. This is Joanna, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
How long have you been working here?
Since July.
July.
Yes.
August, September, October. 3 months.
3 months.
Have you learned anything in that 3 months?
I've learned so much.
Have I taught you anything?
Oh, you've taught me so much. I have binders of stuff that you taught me.
Oh, binders.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Are your kids watching?
I hope so.
Hey.
Yes.
Say
hi, Marissa, Miriella, and the husband.
Oh, him?
Yeah, he's too.
And Yamil?
And Yamil.
So what happens is Joanna will sit in anytime we meet with somebody. Mm-hmm. She'll sit in. We always have a conference with folks, at least for an hour, hour and a half, minimum. Because if you're new, if we've never met you before, we want to meet you, we want to talk to you. Everybody that comes in, they already know me because they've been watching all the videos and these live chats. So it's an unfair advantage that you all have. So I got to play catch up.
Yeah.
How's that?
That sounds really good.
So we're playing catch up.
Yes.
And so we'll spend about an hour, hour and a half with you. A lot of times you'll have talked with Blakely and she'll kind of schedule you in, and we'll meet in the conference room, and then Joanna will sit in there, and she'll get to hear all the questions that I ask, and she's really coming along great. So,
Thank you. Well, you've been great.
and then a lot of times, if I'm busy, there you go. I've got Joanna. We also have Diane.
Yes.
We also have Nina, as I think a lot of you have already seen Nina before. And we have Kirk, he's coming along. He's the newest member. He's the lead coordinator. He's the one that calls everybody and follows up with everybody, because
Yep.
that was Joanna's job for a couple months.
Yeah, a couple months. Taught me a lot too, though.
Yeah.
And I got to meet a lot of people.
So I told her, I said, look, I like, somebody to come in for no more than 3 months, right? Because after 3 months, you should already be ready for the next step. And she's like, after 2 months, I'm ready.
I was ready.
I'm ready to go. Find somebody else. Because I am ready to hit the ground running.
Yeah, well, you taught me well, so I felt very confident to go out there.
That's
And
good.
to help everyone, yeah.
So that's what happened, and then we went ahead and had to find somebody, and Kirk come along, and he went ahead and took the job. So if any of you are calling in, you're probably going to either talk, most likely you'll talk to Kirk, but might be talking to Blakely as well. And then, oh look,
Yes.
Jamie Miller.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Go FSU.
That's right. We were in Tallahassee all weekend
Yeah.
with Miss Miller there.
Yeah.
So I met Joanna Keller when John and Janice were down looking at their home.
Oh.
So I'm like, that was easy for me to remember her name, because
Yeah.
I had this Joanna to do a word association with.
Yes.
So tell Joanna I said hi, and it was a really pleasure meeting her when she was here. She came here to approve
Oh.
their mom and dad's home.
Oh, okay.
So I
Yeah.
think she was impressed, right?
I hope so.
So Bruce is on here.
Oh, hi, Bruce. Hi, Connie.
So Bruce, you've been wearing her out, I hear. I hear you've been everywhere.
We were all over.
So name all the places you were at.
Oh, we went to Plantation.
No, when we first started.
Oh, when
with
we
me.
first started. Oh,
And then
goodness.
so we went
That
to
was everywhere.
Stonecrest,
Stonecrest,
Spruce Creek Golf and Country Club,
top of the world.
on top of the world, Stone Creek,
Mm-hmm.
and then they wore me out, so I had
That was a full day.
so then Joanna took over, and you went to Royal
Highlands and Highland Lakes and Plantation.
So
Yeah.
all to come full circle to
The villages.
the villages. That's right.
Yeah.
So, not hopefully, I know Joanna's been doing a great job showing you around.
Yeah,
Y'all
hope
been learning all about all these different communities, so we're good to go.
You had a
Yes.
question for Matt Dudley under Jamie's comment.
Can you get metal roofs in the villages?
Oh.
Well, so I'm going to say no. Now, are there any metal roofs in the villages? Yes, there are. If you look over at Bridgeport at Lake Myona, yes. No, Bridgeport at Lake Sumter. If you go into Bridgeport at Lake Sumter, those are the big premier homes. There's a couple homes in there with metal roofs. So, I've always said, if one person gets to do it, everybody should be able to do it, right? And so that's where I think you can make the argument that if you want to have a metal roof, but I would almost bet they would say no, because I haven't seen any other metal roofs outside of those couple roofs. And even the barrel tile roofs, you know, there's a few of those around too. There's a whole villa neighborhood full of the barrel tile roofs, but you don't see much of them either. But if you really wanted to get a metal roof or a tile roof, you would really have to go around. Give me a call. I'll tell you exactly where the homes are. Take pictures. Take them and say, hey, this home has it. You approved this home. So you might be able to get a metal roof if you really wanted one. But it might be a struggle. All right. So thank you, Christian, for... Let me go back a little bit. We got Elaine, Sharon Durham, Ricky P. Hey, Ricky. Scott Homa, twice per month. Okay.
Oh, they want you on twice.
Matt Dudley, every other week would be great. So that's what we're going to do, I think, is go ahead and do these twice a month. Because I really think just a month is too long. Too much happens in a month. So Jerry Bell, I'm looking like Skip Smith, I think. With doesn't that look like Skip Smith? If you really think about it, it reminds me of Skip Smith. So what happened to the dress code is you can thank John and Janice, because I was out there doing a walkthrough for them. So I dressed down for the walkthroughs. And I was out taking pictures for a farm right here in Lady Lake. So that's kind of what happened to the dress code. Now I got my shirt over there.
That's your nice.
Now, if you all are offended, I can go put my shirt on. But that's what happened there. Let's see. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. The bond on new homes are higher. Oh yeah, they are higher. So
I think your next one is Patricia.
thank you, Joanna. Go Knowles. There you go. Oh man, I forgot my hat. I wonder. Shoot, I got me a Knowles hat.
In the car?
No, because I drove the other car. Patricia! Ira, can you talk about home insurance? Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. So, I met this person, I believe she works for Allstate, when I was getting my hair cut. And she's like, hi, how you doing? I always see you in here, you know, you seem to be here every time I'm here. I'm like, yeah, really kind of seems that way. And so I said, what do you do? And she goes, oh, I sell insurance. I'm like, I need you. I need somebody. I told her to talk to her mortgage broker and see if she can come on. And I was really going to try to get her on tonight, but obviously that didn't work out. But I will, if she can do it, and her mortgage broker, her insurance broker, not mortgage broker, insurance broker, will allow her to do it. Excuse me. I'll get her on here next time, because I know for a fact, we all need to know about. Because that's all I ever hear. Whenever I see somebody, they're like, so tell me, I hear it's really hard to get insurance in Florida.
Yeah.
And it's not really. They do have, they put some rules in place about roofs. They give you a hard time if a roof is over 15 years old. Then somebody told me over 10 years old, but I just can't see it being just 10 years old. So, but we will get, okay, I've heard that annual fees have doubled and tripled since all of the storms that have, So I would say double and triple, just it depends on if you have an old roof or not. Like if you have a 20-year-old roof, they're probably going to triple your homeowner's insurance, and you might as well go out and just get you a new one and save the money and save the hassle. So, but we will get, I'm trying to think of her name. Oh man. I've got her card in my wallet, but we'll get her here. We'll get her here in a couple weeks. What is today? The 9th. The 9th.
The 9th.
So what's 14 days? It'll be the 23rd. I'll get her here on the 23rd. How's that? Let me see here. Double check.
And then the 6th would be the 1st of November. It's a Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm not going to be here.
Is that your reunion?
Huh?
When's your reunion?
That's in November, but I'm going on vacation October 20th.
Oh.
Going to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So let them know that'll be canceled. There'll be no stream then.
No streaming.
Maybe we should do it next week.
Maybe we should do it on a Friday.
There we go.
Yeah. We could do. Oh wait, if you're
Friday
leaving,
Night Live.
if you're leaving on the 20th,
What do you think about everybody Friday the 20th?
FNL instead of SNL.
There you go.
There you go.
And that's another thing I wanted to ask everybody. So, what do you think about the 6 o'clock time slot? Because we've been talking back and forth about that. Somebody said, I think, was it Christian or Antonio, when I suggested maybe 5 o'clock. But I guess that's if anybody's working. Probably they get off at 5 or just getting home right after 5. That's kind of how we picked 6 o'clock, but I have Antonio and I had Christian coming in at noon on the day that we have the live stream, and then they work till 8 o'clock. They work their 8 hours from noon to 8 because it takes a while to. You should see this. Create the magic. Yes. So it does take a bit to take everything down. So anyways, let's see. So we'll get, let me know what you all think about Friday and a time slot. So I guess, homes around the villages, right, is kind of geared towards active adult communities and active adults who have retired or looking to retire. So, we want to make sure that we are in that time slot. Skip Smith's doing his porch setting at noon to 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. He goes for a couple hours.
Well, it depends on which day you watch.
So I'm like, that's kind of crazy. But if 5 o'clock works better for y'all, we can certainly kind of adjust whatever works. So I see that Jamie is a little bit, okay, hold up now. So Ricky says, we saw Stevie Nicks in Buffalo last Wednesday. And then Jamie's like, Ricky, I'm beyond jealous. However, Jamie Miller, you saw Stevie Nicks not too long ago.
Oh, she did.
Yes, she did.
Oh, lucky girl.
And she had some good seats too. So, but she would see her every concert that she came around here if she could.
Oh.
So yeah, she's going to be jealous, but she's got her little shirt and all that stuff. So yeah, she was really good. Got to see those old rock and roll people while we can, because man, it just seems like every week you hear about another one passing away.
It's true.
So let's see. So insurance, we are gonna get with our insurance lady, and I really think we're gonna try to shoot for Friday unless she has to do another day. But I would rather try to accommodate her for all you guys, because what she has to say, I'm sure, is really important. And I know y'all have a ton of questions about insurance, okay? So let's see here. Can property tax in Florida rise at a faster rate if not homesteaded? Faster than if it was my primary Yes, it can, Gene, because here in Florida we have a 3% cap. If this is your primary residence, your property taxes cannot go up any more than 3% a year. So that's kind of keeping things from going crazy. And then not only that, but here in Florida, if you've been in your home, let's say for 20 years, and your taxes cannot go up more than 3% a year, and you're paying really low property taxes, you can port your taxes from your old house to your new house. So your taxes are there's a portability law that says you can port your old taxes to your new home. So whenever you buy a new home, and I think it's only for Florida, I would have to check on that. But I think if you sell a home in Florida and you've been living in that home for many, many years, and then you move to another home, you can port those taxes over. I don't know if you can do that if you've lived outside of Florida. I would have to check on that. I'd have to talk to somebody in the tax assessor's office or the property appraiser's office. Also, somebody told me that if you're over a certain age, I think it's 65, that you don't have to pay school tax anymore. And I did check with the property appraiser on that, and that is true. However, you have to be in your home at least 20 years and over 65, where you don't have to pay school tax anymore. So if anybody's in Florida, they've been in their home over 20 years, and they're over 65, they shouldn't be paying school taxes on their property taxes. And then I don't know how that would work with the portability thing. So if you've been in your home for 20 years, you're over 65, you don't pay school tax anymore, but then you move to a new home, they're probably going to sock you with school tax again. But I don't know. If you're porting those taxes over, that would be a good question as well to bring up. And Victoria, how you doing? Victoria Chanel.
Hi, Victoria.
So let me, gotta go up. And Laura has joined us. Laura Lamp, thank you for joining. Laura likes 6 p.m. That's awesome. And Patricia, okay, so 6 it is. Scott, Kevin, Janice, Patricia, Gary, perfect. So thank you, I can put that question to rest. Because, somebody was saying, well, 6 o'clock and everybody's eating dinner. Well, you could eat dinner and watch us at the same time,
it's dinner
right?
and a movie.
There you go. That's right. So, what do you guys think about homes and on top of the world? So, personally, I love homes and on top of the world. Are you talking about on top of the world as the community, or it sounds like the homes? And the homes they build on top of the world are a very good quality home. I've been there, I've checked them out, I've seen them under construction. Actually, I've had many people go over to On Top of the World and order a home and have a home built for them. And then, well, I guess it was about 6 months later, because this was it's only taken them 6 to 8 months now to build a home, where it used to be like 9, 10 months, like last year or the year before. And so they would call me. They'd say, "Hey, can you go do the walkthrough for us? Because they have a drywall stage walkthrough. So before the drywall would go up, they'll do a walkthrough with you and kind of make sure they have everything before they go ahead and put the drywall up. For instance, there's something called deadwood. What is deadwood? With deadwood are pieces of wood that go inside, in the walls, in between the studs, so you can mount a TV on the wall, and it'll hold firmly and solidly on the wall. So just little things like that. Is the deadwood in place? What other things? Are the outlets, the extra outlets that you wanted in different places, are they in? And so a lot of times I'll go over there and I'll video the whole house, which I think was pretty cool, because now you have a video library of your home at the framing stage, and so you know where all the plumbing is going, all the electrical lines are going. Gives you a good view of behind the drywall, if I can get over there and do that video for you. But I like them. They're very well built, very good insulation, and so I think it's a good quality. They only have block homes. They don't have any framed homes over there. And they have gas in all their homes. So, yeah, I think they're a good home. Saw Chicago and Tallahassee this past Friday. What? Jamie? Oh. No, we're going back to Chicago now. How come I didn't hear about Chicago playing in Tally? Mindy is late to the party. And were you here? I don't think you were here last week. So Mindy, we had to have a whole nother show a week later because we missed you last week. So we thought, Mindy's not here. Let's have another show. Maybe she can show up. So I appreciate you showing up. My daughter's got me hooked on this stuff. Celsius. So I was with Diane, one of our newer agents. She was watching me do the walkthrough for John and for Janice, and she was wanting to see how I did it. And I'm glad you're here.
Why? Is it true that you're glad I'm here? Okay.
Tell these folks
Oh, yeah.
what you thought when you were with me doing a walkthrough.
Oh, I was completely surprised because I've purchased 2 homes, and the 2 homes, our walkthrough was, we just basically, what it says, we walked through, and that was it.
It was just a walkthrough.
So Ira was doing a walkthrough, and I wanted to see how it is, and you're flushing toilets and starting the dishwasher, the microwave.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing? I've never seen a walkthrough like this. It was like extensive. You run in the dishwasher, all the faucets,
Yeah.
the showers. I was very impressed. I was like, wow.
And I had I figured out, hey.
I should have known when you told me to dress casual.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
because-
a big learning experience for me because I've been to other people's closings, walkthroughs, and I've had walkthroughs myself, and it was never anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, if any of y'all had any other real estate agents out there that didn't do a proper walkthrough, I'm sure most of you have seen some of my videos of walkthroughs. And then John and Janice, if it's okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the walkthrough I did for your home on Anchorage today because I want people to keep seeing how, we're thorough. We go behind, first of all, you got to make sure that you have a home inspection.
Yeah, you had that
You ha-
whole
you-
home inspection with you. Like
Right,
were
you have to
going
make
through
sure
it
that all the things were
line by
fixed.
line.
So
Yeah.
if you're not doing a walkthrough and checking those items that they were fixed, how are you going to know? You just can't assume that they were done. Not only that, you have to know your contract, and a lot of real estate agents don't know their contract, because the contract says in paragraph 11 that the seller has to maintain the home in the same condition in which you, the buyer, saw the property. So I've had somebody, I've mentioned this a bunch of times before, but I had somebody who ice maker didn't work. And they're saying, well, you had a home inspection. It was working then. I'm like, okay, well, I might dispute that, but for the sake of this argument, I'm not going to dispute it. You're saying it was working, but it's not working now. So that means you didn't keep this property like the contract says in the same condition in which we saw it, because you're saying if it was working when the home inspector inspected it, it's not working now, you didn't maintain the property, you're still responsible for fixing it. We have a dog in here.
I was just
Sounds like
wondering
it.
what that was.
Did somebody lock their dog in one of these offices?
And it doesn't sound like a happy dog.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, it's weird. We're all like,
It's getting louder.
that's what somebody did, they locked their dog in here and left.
Yeah.
So, where was I going? Oh, so
With the home
walkthrough.
inspection,
You
that
have
what
to,
you do,
you
yeah.
have to do a thorough walkthrough, because I don't want that phone call the day after closing saying, hey, my microwave doesn't work. I guess you didn't check my microwave or whatever. And then guess what? I'm buying a microwave.
No, I've learned that was a really good. When I saw you come with your little tool bag, and I was like, okay, I got to get one of those.
You got to check everything.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're on the hook. All right. Deadwood, never heard a call that. We've done construction. Well, it might be a Florida thing, Mindy. I don't know what to tell you about that, but that's how I know it. And you know I'm a licensed contractor. I've built plenty of homes, so that's all we've ever called it was Deadwood. And Deadwood is even like if you're putting a ceiling up, right, and it goes over to the edge of a wall, right? You can't leave it hanging. You have to make sure that it's secured along the trusses. So you might have to run a piece of wood to secure the end of that drywall up, and that's called deadwood too. So, anyways, that's walkthroughs.
Yeah,
And,
that was good.
So we have to do a thorough walkthrough, so we don't get stuck with buying a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Laura says it sounds like a dog barking.
Oh, they can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, we watched your videos and that's why we called you. And so, yeah, I mean, I was kind of amazed when Joanna told me that, and there was and the people we were with, the buyers we were with, are like, yeah, we've bought homes before and no
Yeah.
one's ever done as thorough of a walkthrough. But I've caught stuff that home inspectors didn't catch.
I think you caught something that day too.
I'm always catching something.
A light or something.
And I'm getting ready to do a video about home inspectors,
Oh, yes.
and one in particular. So stay tuned for that, because one of them called me a pain in the ass. And that's what you want from your real estate agent. You want that home inspector to think of you as a pain in the ass, quote unquote. I'm going to share that with you in a video because, yeah, that's my job. You know, my job isn't just to sell you a home, write a contract, and then see you later, you know. No, my job is to make sure that you buy the right home, a good home, and make sure you have no problems all the way through. I mean, I'm trying to think of who it was. Oh, boy. It's late. But I think, have we put out, Antonio, have we put out a video about that busted pipe in the floor?
No,
We haven't put it out?
I don't think so. They'll have to go over it.
Oh, man. It was Bruce.
The only pipe video was the faucet outside the garage that you had to fix.
Oh, right. Oh, that was a short.
I think it was both.
Well, I do have a video I need to put together too about somebody. We closed on a home, I think it was on a Thursday, and I had my electrician go over there and do some work on the home for these people because I wanted to make sure this home was perfect and good to go. So I called my electrician and he calls me and says, Ira, is there supposed to be water all in the floor inside this home? I'm like, what?
No.
And I said, yeah. I said, maybe they came in and they cleaned the house really well and the floors are still wet. He goes, I don't think so because the water is actually coming out from underneath the door. And I'm like, oh my gosh. That's another video that I just felt so bad that we closed, and come to find out the water heater was replaced about 6 months before, and I just knew that the plumber messed up the plumbing inside the wall, and it just finally came loose. And that wasn't it. It was in the slab. And this home was a 2006. 17 years later,
The
on the day of closing, the pipe,
that pipe decides to give.
and it's coming up through the grout in the tile, and I'm like, what in the world? This is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and it was crazy. But anyways, that is another wild one that we have to put on our channel. So we're gonna stay tuned for a bunch of videos coming. We've been doing really good though. We've been selling a lot of homes, so everybody's been keeping us busy. Let's see. All right, so let's move on. We watched the video. Okay, that's what we called it. Thank you, John, and I'm here for you. Ira, your thoroughness and attention to detail in the walkthrough is much appreciated.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with that.
you know, I mean, I just try to set myself, you know, above. I'm not an order taker, and that's what most of real estate agents are. They're just order takers. And that's why I'm trying to train these guys. These guys who come to work for me are going to work like me. They're going to be thorough. They're not going to let anything slip through the cracks. And if they do, we pay for it. You're never going to get harmed when you work with us. Yeah, Laura. Yeah, I'm going to put him out there on Front Street for what he said, because the whole thing is this guy starts calling out stuff he had no business calling out. You know, and I'll give you one example. The roof came down, and then there was a higher pitched roof that came down, and the shingles tied into the roof, the two roofs as they came. It's kind of hard to show. We'll show you. That's why I just want to do a video so I can show you how it is. But if it's done right, there's something called a flashing that's put along this edge and up the wall, and then when the shingles come over, you should never have any water penetration whatsoever. And then this inspector wants to call out and say, there has been incidences where there's been water intrusion in this kind of design. It was crazy. You just don't do that. You just don't say, this might happen. I'm just kind of putting you on notice.
Your house is fine.
It's
Wow.
like, yeah. And there's sinkholes too that, are you not going to move to Florida because there's sinkholes out there? No, I don't think so. But it's just crazy. Thank you for deleting that. I don't know what the heck's going on there, you guys. But, all right, Wrestler, thank you very much for joining in today. And Jerry Bell says, Ira, raise your left hand as high as you can. Well, it's still not normal. It's not like this hand. You can see this muscle here. I don't have one here.
It was a lot better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better, but
I remember you couldn't go like this.
yeah. This is it. This is as far as I can get. So Jerry remembers. It took a lot of work. Let's see. Ira chased the owner out of our house during inspection. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you doing that.
Like, dude, you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Ira looks a lot better today. Oh, wait, that is his guess. My bad.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
The Beauty and the Beast. Right? Nobody can set up sprinkler heads like Ira. You know what? I'm going to tell you.
Okay, that has to be a new video. the
Sprinkler heads are my nemesis. And John, you are good to go on your sprinkler heads on your walkthrough. I mean, I was really happy to see that. So, let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Where's Mindy? She done disappeared on me. Oh, we were lifestyling. So busy. Didn't watch any of my favorite YouTube channels. Really, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. Just not important anymore, I guess. Kamala's in the house. Thank you. Kamala, were you here last week? I don't remember. Ken and Kelly are in the house. Thank you very much for joining the party tonight. Chicago. If you go to Top World, tell them Ira Miller. Oh, Jerry, thank you for mentioning that, because I think if you go to On Top of the World and tell them Ira Miller is representing them, they've been really tough to deal with lately. So, preferably, you would tell Blakely, and then Blakely will call over there, and she'll fill out a referral form, and it'll be there before you get there, because they are just a big pain. Played golf for the first time in over 30 years. You go, girl. Good job. So Laura, I said hello to you already. And Kevin, I know you gave us pictures last week, but no pictures this week. So I guess we're only good for once a month, right, with the pictures, Kev? So Gary Winkle's saying a stringer, I guess, for that deadwood that's up there. I guess maybe it could be called a stringer. We've always called it deadwood. I don't know. All right, let's see. Ira raising. So Tom, I appreciate you joining us this evening. Any good pool builders besides T&D? They quoted me 140 grand. I know, that's kind of pretty crazy. Patriot Pools are supposed to be the go-to people now here in the Villages area. Patriot Pools. Check them out. Tell us the end of the story with the busted pipe in the slab. Okay, well, the end of the story was I went over there. The new homeowner, the neighbor from one side came over with a wet vac, a shop vac. The neighbor from across the street, he came over with a shop vac. So I'm in there sucking water coming out from underneath the kitchen cabinet. And I'm sucking water. I'm like, man, oh man, this is crazy. So I went and I turned the water off to the house.
Okay.
Because we're kind of wondering actually, I think I turned the water off to the water heater. And then to the house, because I wanted to see if it was the water. I wanted to see if it was the plumbing in the wall. But so the water mostly was coming up in the laundry room. But you have the garage, the laundry room, and then the kitchen. So I'm in there trying to suck water out because I don't want any standing water underneath the kitchen cabinets. We want to make sure we get all the water out of there. And so I called two plumber friends of mine that I've known for a long time. Both of them, their kids went to the charter school with my kids. So I called CPM Plumbing and Torrey Plumbing. And both of them, awesome plumbers. If anybody needs any plumbers out there, CPM or Torrey, Anthony Torrey, awesome people. Anthony Torrey, it was late. I think it was like 4 o'clock when I called, and CPM said, I'm sorry, we just don't have anybody. You know, I'm like, okay. Well, I called Anthony Torrey, and he sent somebody out. But then CPM called me back when they found out who I was, and I guess the owners got caught wind that I can't remember if I called them or not, but anyways, so they sent people out as well. So I had two plumbers coming out there. I guess they had these this sound equipment where they can hear where the water's coming up, and sure enough, they found it in the slab. They took out one square tile. Oh man, you know what? Let's see. Let's see. Trying to think. I don't think I saved them, but here's what I'm going to do. I got pictures. I have pictures. Here it is. All right.
Oh, wow.
There you go. So, cool. Christian, could you hold that up and then kind of scroll through it when I ask you to? Yeah, so you can see the pipe in the floor, but they took just one tile out. Okay, go ahead and scroll up. And there's the pipe. It had a little tiny hole in it for 17 years. Looks like somebody put a nail through it or something. But that's what they took out of there. Okay, go ahead. And then they patched it. And so all they had to do is just take one tile
That's pretty.
and put it back in place. So there is the moral to that story. So thanks for showing that, guys. So that was, we got that done in a day. But because they have a brand new home and they couldn't use the water. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So there you go. Who asked me that? Who said finish the story? So what's going on with this adult dating stuff? Oh, Matt, thanks for asking, Matt. And I forgot that I had these pictures, but yeah. And this is from Bruce Baldwin.
There was a spam message, but I already deleted it.
Thank you.
They can't even see it now.
All right, cool. Anyways, isn't that crazy? But we got it all taken care of. They're happy, and that's all that matters. Troll just entered the chat. Thank you, Laura. You need moderators like Skip. The troll is gone. I reported the troll. Good. Thank you. Gio and Noah was sick. Karen got sick. Oh my God. And I have been sick. What the heck, Kevin? Everybody's sick? Hopefully it's not COVID. Because I caught COVID not too long ago. James Reeves. Greetings from Wrightsville Beach. Oh, wow. The Outer Banks. Wow. Love. Nags Head, Wrightsville Beach, all that. I mean, so when I was 17 years old, graduated high school, 1973. You can do the math.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
Got my surfboard,
And your thumb out?
my thumb out,
Where'd you end up?
in the Outer Banks. Went surfing in Nags Head, lived up there for 6 months till it got so cold I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
You couldn't even, you just couldn't stand it anymore.
It gets cold over there.
What's Jamie got to say? Not to be biased, but you get what you pay for with T&D, and it's all top notch. They'll even come back a decade later to fix whatever's wrong. Oh, you're not. Listen to her. Yeah, but if you can't get them to come out there for a year, you got to do something. So Gary, I guess you were at the Lofts of Brownwood, huh? Laura Lamp, I really liked it. Interested in the 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I like its proximity to Brownwood. Cool. I have seen the Lofts from the outside, very close. Yeah, Jamie, I know their reputation is great. The sales guy who came was not very nice. Could care less. Left a bad taste. And that's a problem with some of these companies that just have more business than they know what to do with. But guess what? Jamie knows the owner of T&D companies, the family companies. She knows the top guy, so I'm sure she's going to have to have something to say to Papa.
Yes.
Is how she calls him. And so thank you for sharing that, Karen. We really appreciate it. I'm sure things will change over there pretty quick. E.F. Hutton, yeah. Oh, that old.
E.F. Hutton. I remember that commercial.
When E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listens. That's good. That's cool, Jerry. Karen, you'll definitely have to let me know who that was. This is not the type of company they are, and they would want to know about this. See, just what I said. Gary, there are a couple in Alden bungalows just came on the market next to Brown. Oh, wow. I stayed in Alden. I had some people that were really looking for a villa in Alden. So there you go, Jamie. His name was Michael. So if you know a Michael salesperson over there at T&D, he probably needs a little coaching up, I would say.
Yeah.
So, Create Sunshine. Hello from Michigan. 446 days from retirement. Not that I'm counting. That's what I was going to say. Who's counting?
He was counting to the last day there.
That's cool.
Yes.
What's the temperature up there in Michigan? Because the winter is coming, folks. It was like 64 degrees this morning here when it's been 74 for the last couple of weeks. Gary, yes, 2 lifestyle homes just came on the market. Oh, so the villages must have put them on the market. Gotcha. Well, Kevin, I'm glad to hear it wasn't COVID. I mean, I had COVID, I guess, a couple weeks ago? Is that when I had COVID? Lasted 5 days and then back up.
Yep.
And then Create Sunshine, you sound like me, 18 months until I retire, but who is counting? 10 months to retire. I know Kevin's dying because he's got a home here just waiting for him.
Oh.
Ready to go. They're down to 8 months. Not much better, but still. Ira, ask Joanna about the crazy grass. Yeah, she was.
Oh yes, the spongy grass.
Yeah, she was.
I did ask
asking me
him about that.
And I'm just saying, if it's spongy grass, that's kind of how my grass is. That's my thing, is
Yeah.
my lawn. And it hasn't been doing too well lately. It's been driving me crazy. But the spongy grass is real healthy St. Augustine grass.
Yes.
Especially
it looked
up there.
beautiful. It did. It looked really nice.
On, what was that, Northridge?
Yeah, but it was like as we were walking, it was all spongy. I was like, wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's
It was
healthy.
very nice.
Yep. But I'm going to have to check it out because if you're saying never seen anything like it, I need to check that out. Oh, Gary. He's 3 to 4 years left to retirement. I know.
Aw.
I think, Gary, you're in Pensacola, aren't you? I didn't think you were in Tallahassee. I thought you were Panama City or something. Good gosh. Laura, 564. Greetings from New York. Elizabeth Lorenzo, my friend and I. We did a lifestyle back in July and we love it. Hopefully within a year or less, we'll be buying a home near Brownwood area.
Oh,
That
okay.
seems to be the hot area. It used to be Lake Sumter Landing. And Lake Sumter Landing still is kind of the hot area, but Brownwood seems to be, the more the villages go south, Brownwood seems to be the place people are wanting to be closer to. So yes, freezing last 2 days, 51 in Michigan today. Ooh.
Wow.
Is that a high?
I hope.
Kevin, you need a countdown calendar. My dad had one for the last 6 months before. Oh, I don't know. That'd be kind of torture.
Yeah.
59, 58, 57. All right, Jamie. All right, I have Tallahassee, huh? I thought, well, Gary, man, I was in Tallahassee all weekend. Did you go to that game? That was a great game. We had good seats. Y'all need to look at my Facebook page if you haven't seen my Facebook page. I got some good videos and pictures of the game.
There was a lot of good games this weekend.
Oh, Gary's with the Department of Agriculture, so he's with the government. What are you talking about? His lawn and his driveway and his back deck? Oh, you're talking about me. Hey,
What are they saying?
she's put me out there on Front Street.
Who, Jamie?
Yeah. His lawn and his driveway and his back deck and his carpet. Yeah.
But it all looks great, though. It really does.
That's right.
Yeah.
She appreciates it, especially when she comes home. Calling for snow. What the heck, man? You
Already?
guys are hating it. Will the villages be selling homes near Eastport by the end of 2024? And I don't know. Maybe Jamie Miller knows whether they're going to be selling in Eastport. She's got the inside scoop over there.
Ooh.
Well, man, we had a good turnout today. I appreciate all of y'all pitching in and coming back from last week. That was cool. Just some growing pains is all. And I'm not driving to my office during snowstorms anymore. I'll work from home these days. Well, lucky you, Laura, that they came around and, well, I guess that COVID came around and came up with Zoom,
Yep.
where everybody can work from home. So I know my son, he gets to pick a day, one day a week, where he can stay home and just work from home.
Oh, that's good.
But I guess they've been trying to get everybody back in the
Back
office.
into the office,
And
yeah,
like,
they're trying.
"Okay, you can have one day." So there you go. My agency won't let me work from home for now, so better talk to Governor DeSantis about that, Gary. Maybe he'll come off of that a little bit. So Karen says, I drove through the new area. What a huge area. It would be amazing. It's huge. Yep. And getting bigger and bigger all the time. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap this up. And like I said, I appreciate all of y'all joining us tonight. It was a pleasure talking with you, and I am going to work as hard as I can to get that insurance agent here. And I think we're going to shoot for the 20th of, and which is a Friday, since I'm not going to be here on the 23rd. I'll shoot for the 20th. I'll try to get that insurance agent here so you could ask her all the questions that you have. So be thinking about insurance questions, writing them down, and then we'll bring her in, and we'll have a great session in 10 days. Well, 11 days, right? So.
We coming back Friday? Next Friday?
That's the plan.
All right.
As long as we can get our insurance agent here, we're going to do it. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure chatting with y'all. And again, I really look forward to seeing you in 11 days on Friday the 20th. Y'all have a good night. And we'll see you soon.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, you get a lot of people that comment.